also close gotcha. I'm just gonna close other gotchas. I don't want to get distracted by them too. So man, been looking very forward to this. Alright. Here are Interstellar Mountainous City, Olympus. Who have always turned their gaze skyward. In ancient times, they saw gods dwelling in the heavens. For many long years, the sky was a sacred domain that remained ever beyond reach. But then at one point, we, proper human history, began to see untold possibility in vast space beyond the sky. From then on, it was no longer a mystery to be feared, but a riddle to be solved. That's right, we will use every tool we can, our minds especially, to discover what makes you tick. We will never stop again, not until we have claimed the heavens for ourselves. We will turn our gaze skyward, and one day, we will bring down the gods. Beyond the Great Pit, an impossibly enormous structure floats on the other side of the vast ocean, the texture that covers the planet's surface. As seen from the main monitor of the storm border currently soaring through the air, the structure appears to be a place inhabited by thousands, if not millions, of people. Is that a city? Senpai, look up in the sky. Atop this sprawling city sits another enormous structure. Above that, great mountains of translucent crystal loom even higher. And there beyond, the crystalline peaks. Lies the very thing they've been searching for. The roots of cosmic fantasy stretching out into space. That's the tree of emptiness. That's the tree of emptiness we saw from Atlantis. But that's the only thing that surprised me. I never would have dreamed that there could be such a massive hollow space underneath the Great Pit. It doesn't look subterranean either. It's more like an entirely different world. This is the true surface of the Earth. Although it no doubt would appear to be the bowels of the Earth from up on Atlantis. It is in fact the true face of this Atlantic Lostbelt. Atlantis itself is mere camouflage. In proper human history's Greek mythology, the age of man was ushered in through two great wars known as Machia. But what was going on in this Lostbelt? How was it able to control its space to such a degree? How was it able to advance this far? It appears to operate in the same manner as the Chinese Lostbelt in that it fully embraces its tree of emptiness, but the manner in which it does so is wholly opposite to the Chinese Lostbelts. While the Chinese Lostbelt hid its tree of emptiness completely, here it has been allowed to flourish to the greatest possible extent. At least that's what it looks like. That part down by a base must be a city. Yeah, it looks just like something you'd see in a science fiction novel. It's easily as impressive as the pictures of proper human history's skyscrapers Sion showed me. I can't tell what the exact dimensions of the city are just from looking at it, but it's safe to say there are at least 10 million people living there minimum. 10 million people. So this is really it, huh? Indeed, it would seem we truly have our work cut out for us. That, of course, is as true here in this 5th of 7 hells as it ever was. As Da Vinci said before, we cannot blind ourselves to the cost of our actions, not even for a moment. That being said, how one reacts to such a cost depends entirely on the individual. And I, for one, am delighted by how you have all held onto your humanity in the face of such adversity. Imperial Room here, sorry to interrupt, but I just finished scanning our vicinity. And just like I expected, the atmosphere is just chock full of magical energy. So this is the age of the gods. The magical energy density is at least par on with our records of the 7th singularity, if not higher. Are you serious? But the 7th singularity was in Mesopotamia during proper human history's age of gods. And you're telling me this place exceeds its magical energy density? Something just forced its way onto our comms line. It's not from a wandering sea, this is... Look up ahead, this signal is coming from that colossal structure. Fear us. Praise us. For you gaze upon mighty Olympus. The name of this Lostbelt I rule, given in honor of our great loss of our great ark that has crossed the ocean base. Now, prostrate yourselves and weep before me. For this grand throne of the gods is not meant for the eyes of such insignificant specks as you. Well, what's going on? This voice is so heavy. His pressure is immense, and he's not even here in person. So that's powerful as a spell designed to attack the mind. Da Vinci, quick, raise our bounded field's output before something happens to AA or Menier. Got it. Now then, between this immense pressure and this manner of speech, it looks like you're rolling out the biggest of big guns. If I'm not mistaken, this must be. My name is Zeus. Zeus, the king of the gods. I rule over this ancient ocean. I rule this grand interstellar city. I rule over all. I'm king of the Atlantic Lostbelt. Zeus? I was going to say one of the 12 Olympians, but no matter. This is unfortunately the worst of the possible scenarios I predicted, of all the gods to come out and greet us. So that's the Zeus of this Lostbelt. I already have a good idea of this thanks to the Poseidon we saw in Atlantis, but indeed, this king of the gods may be very different from the one in proper human history, but deep down they are fundamentally the same. The supreme being of Greek mythology, the winner of both Makia wars, and the one who rules over 12 Olympians. Not merely a divine spirit, but a genuine god who once existed right here on Earth. His deep ties to both the concrete and the abstract planes mean that he is one of the phenomena shaping the very world itself. To put it in another way, the king of the gods of myth is, in a very real sense, the closest thing there is to a ruler of the entire planet. Then does that mean he's like Scotty and Scandinavian Lostbelt? Or Arjuna Indian Lostbelt? Unfortunately, no. The combat data we collected from Artemis and Poseidon alone speaks volume. We were able to weaken Arjuna's divinity by attacking a faith he engendered. But we definitely won't be able to do the same with these gods. Their existence is fundamentally different. Their godly function is a core part of their being. Just look at the Theoscleronomia if you need proof. Their functionality is what makes them gods. Nothing can be done to alter it, and Zeus is the one who stands above all the others. So what are you two trying to say? That Zeus is more powerful than any foe we've faced to date? That can't possibly be true. Don't you remember how tough Arjuna was? He was a monster who would absorb every god in India. How could how could anything entire orders of magnitude more powerful than him even exist? If like Artemis and Poseidon, Zeus has continuously ruled over this planet since ancient times without changing his very nature. Then he is without a doubt in a league of his own. For you see, the ancient dramatist Asclepius once described Zeus as the omnipotent and omniscient god of justice, an omnipotent king of the gods. Foe? Omnipotent as in all-powerful. Oh, come now, how can he possibly be omnipotent? Zeus is strong, yes, but he's known for being sneaky and lecherous. He used to take any old animal or person he came across and toss them up in the sky as constellations. He also wields thunderbolts said to be capable of incinerating the entire universe. Foe? Is that true, Captain? Come on, give it to us straight. They're half god on Poseidon's side, right? Just what the hell are the Olympic gods? Are they just like the myths say, or are they something entirely different? Because if Zeus really does have the authority to destroy the whole universe. I don't know, okay? I mean, I can't say that my father wasn't a machine. But if this Lostbelt developed along an entirely different timeline than the one we know, then it wouldn't surprise me if Zeus turned out to be a machine god just like Poseidon was. If these gods are the embodiment of this planet's concrete and abstract, and possess the same abilities, properties, and authority as described in mythology, and if on top of that they also possess powerful mechanical bodies, then I suppose maybe those machines were always their true bodies, even in proper human history. If that's the case, that would mean this Lostbelt is... Captain? Oh, alright. Anyway, if he is omnipotent, and he seems to be, then he's the strongest being in Olympus. So if it's safe to assume he has authority powerful and all-encompassing enough to merit leading the other 12 Olympians. I don't know exactly what he's like here, but in Age of Gods, I know he was definitely the top dog. So if at all possible, I'd really rather not face him head on. Exactly, he's not someone you want to go head to head with. It'd be one thing if there's one way to snuff out all of his demiurge class divinity like we did in Scandinavia and India. But when it's an honest to goodness genuine god we're talking about, that's just not gonna work. Foe? Foe? What was that? Some kind of turbulence. Now fall. Insignificant ones. All hands brace for impact. Thunderbolts. No, these are great thunderbolts. These magical energy levels are bonkers. Every single bolt is ginormous. What, you're kidding me? They're all as strong as Artemis's cannon. Oh, come to hell on. I've heard of power creep, but this is nuts. No, do whatever you must to make sure those things don't hit us. You only just got this new ship. Wait. Checking hull readings now. I was right, they're all missing us, but how? Looks like our emergency scattering worked, Da Vinci. Hell yeah, it did. Well, I'll be excellent work, Captain. Technical advisor, you're both far more useful than Aqua Pazza there. What was that gizmo just now anyway? Some sort of secret defensive system you just put together when I wasn't looking? Yep, pretty much. It's basically a kind of spirit origin chaff grenade that uses extremely high performance dummy spirit orders to throw off enemy attacks. I only just finished putting it together before we went down the Great Pit. It's Stoneborer's latest defense. I wouldn't have been able to finish off in time for our showdown with Artemis, but it's designed to even defend against attacks from orbit. As you just saw, it works brilliantly. None of that lightning is hitting us directly. Whoa. Nice job, scouting, Captain. No problem, I was already reaching for the console as soon as I heard the Z and Zeus. Yeah, that's right. Our storm order is amazing. This is just the kind of dream ship I would have imagined Captain Nemo and the Atlas Institute could come up with if they worked together. Not even Zeus's thunderbolts can touch us. You see that, Zeus? This is what proper human history's Mages Association can do when we set our minds to it. Now, as all that being said, would you mind if I brought up a different issue? I know we're imagining a fight brilliant mid-air battle at the moment, but technically a ship is still falling, right? Huh. I do it. Of course, we're technically falling. I'm doing my damage to slow our fall with propulsion system and inertia controls. I can't change the fact that this is a boat. Of course, it's not gonna work right anywhere. That's not on the sea, underwater, or void space. Hey, Mesh, get to your seats and don't move a muscle, and keep an eye on the monitors. Look for any body of water we could use for an emergency landing, sea, lake, pond, anything. Roger that. Dodging Zeus's thunderbolts won't do us much good if we just end up being dashed to pieces on the ground. I'm gonna keep the stormboarder, myself safe at any cost. True, every aspect of this new border is undoubtedly at the cutting edge of proper human history technology. However, with the supreme being of the mythological system so advanced, they've had futuristic technology like nanomachines for downstairs really miss his first strike. Then again, what if? Captain Da Vinci, open engine up full throttle. It's not safe to be up in the air like this. Nearby body of water or not, we need to land while the chaff is still working. There, target spotted, 4,000 meters below. We can use the trees in that force to cushion our descent. Set inertia control to 7 o'clock. Point bow downward, unfurl 0 sail by 80%. Got it, I'll handle controls. All you Marines, get to your posts now. Aye, ma'am. You'll blast your way out here like a giant marlin. Keep scattering the spirit ordnance shaft as we descend. Once we're 1,000 meters from the target landing, pitch the bow up. All hands brace for impact. There's going to be a bumpy landing. Oh, this G-force is immense. It feels like my gut's about to come clean off. Why are we going down this fast, Captain? I thought the spirit ordnance shaft was keeping us safe. An elementary deduction for true, the storm borders new deduction is of course to be reckoned. However, take a look at the gale of thunderbolts and clear it is. What if Zeus is still holding back and this is just what he considers warning shots? Warning shots? So you mean he still has yet to actually attack us? Then we're all as good as dead. They might call me Phoenix, but that doesn't mean I can fly out here. Come on everyone, hurry. We need to get out of this airspace as soon as possible. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Damn, it's no use. I can't dodge every bolt. If you want to take a direct hit, then you're take the helm. Not me. Said that. Brace yourselves, everyone. Oh man. Here we go. Oh man. Okay, I think I'm gonna turn on. I think the sound effects is just slightly too high. That's the sound. Yeah, I think it's the sound effects. I was like, hey, welcome back. Going straight to Olympus. Section 1, Interstellar Mountain City, Olympus. 2, 3. Oh wait, oh no! Oh no, all the twin seas. Oh god. Jeez. Okay, I think I was using a C bomb. I think it was this. Okay, MOB it. Oh jeez, I forgot about the freaking twins. Trying to do this fast. Just sort of like cosplay. Reverse. Okay. see. I don't think it's too good actually. I'm pretty sure it wasn't should be safe to get rid of those. That too. I forgot what this was. These were for. So 3-star though actually. Damn. To 1.5. I got a bunch of 4s, so yeah, 4 stars. Okay. 4 stars. Review. Okay, I think it should be review. Last batch. Okay. Oh wait, no, I already sold all the surgeries, so it should be good.
我ながらいい調整だ。
Okay, straight into it. Oh wait, actually. Ooh, almost forgot. Probably a good time with battle guy at least, just so I know what the heck I'm reading. Shit. How am I supposed to emergency land a freaking battleship when I've never done it before? And why am I the one taking it home? The hell are you doing, Captain? Good? All hands make sure you're strapped in tight? Hey, what's up? I'm alive, I think? Master, are you alright? I'm fine, what about you, Mash? I'm alright, I remained on standby in a half-sitting posture so I could be ready for worst-case scenario. I guess it worked out. Good, it looks like we stuck the emergency landing. Next, shut down the magical reactors 1 through 3, and hurry. If Zeus notices their magical energy, he'll come after us. Already done. Captain, would you mind taking care of the ship's camouflage? Don't worry, I'm on it. In fact, I'm already done. Since I disguised the ship right before we landed, the enemy shouldn't have seen where we wound up. Hurry up with the cloaking. They may not be able to see us, but they could still detect our magical energy. Aye, sir. Alright, now that things have settled down, let's assess our current situation. After Zeus attacked the stone border, we made an emergency landing near Olympus's west perimeter. By deploying optical camouflage around the ship, we were able to evade visual detection during the landing. We've also shut down the border's motive power, namely the magical reactors, and surrounded the entire hull with a concealing bounding field to prevent the enemy from detecting its magical energy. It should mean we've successfully landed a ship in Olympus with the enemy none the wiser as to our location, at least theoretically. First off, great work everyone. We should all be proud that we made it out that without having to resort to a dangerous zero sail. After all, in the worst case scenario, a zero sail taken without the necessary precautions could wipe us all out. Really, the few times we've managed to pull off so far were basically miracles. Phew. Anyway, the important thing is, I'm glad we're all okay. It just goes to show what an excellent machine the stone border truly is. If you evade an omnipotent god's thunderbolts, it could dive into void space. If we brought it back to proper human history, it would be the greatest technological revolution of all time. That will never happen. The ship couldn't exist in a world where humanity was flourishing like it's supposed to. It's only in this completely bleached world that my Nautilus noble phantasm, Sion's pseudo-spiriton armor, aka the Hermes skin, Hephaestus' nanomachines, and Chaldea's engineering could all come together like this. The only reason a stone border exists at all is to defeat the foreign god. It wouldn't have a purpose beyond that. Oh, I see. I suppose that's true, isn't it? That doesn't change the fact that it's still a great dependable ship. Indeed, you're spot on there. I'm glad to see you understand, eh? At any rate, we can't let everything we did in Atlantis be for nothing. And we certainly wouldn't be able to look at the Atlanteans in the eye if we got ourselves shot down before we even landed a ship. We'll need to be ready to use all available resources. Have you finished replenishing your command spells? All the precious backup command spells we saved up in case we need them for a huge battle. And we're just going to use them up like it's nothing. All replenished, sir. Good. Now that things have come to this, we'll have to use every resource at our disposal. After all, we still have a crucial mission we need to carry out. Right, we absolutely must come down the tree of emptiness here in Olympus. Tell me, Technical Advisor, how safe do you think we are right now? Good question. From a scan of the surrounding area, I'd say we lucked out. I'm guessing this area we're in now is the outskirts of Olympus. There are almost no buildings here, there's no sign of any natives, and I don't see a single soldier or defensive weapon anywhere. We can't thank Munir for his choice of landing spot, since he was the one handling the controls on short notice. I agree, I would have landed a ship myself, but I had my hands full coordinating with the Nemo series. Good job, Munir. When we have a chance later, I'll give you a proper lesson on how to steer a ship. Well, hey, what can I say? It was pretty impressive, if I do say so myself, but still. Sure, I got a little panicked when you first asked me to take over, but I figured things would work out if I just stuck to my usual game plan. Made the right call. Now, I can't really take the credit. The Stormboarder did all the hard work. I just kept it stable. Still, I'm glad I was able to help you out, Captain. You definitely did. I was planning to station a Marine in the cockpit, but now I won't have to. So since I'll have one to spare now, I'll assign him to ship cleaning duty instead. Good, keep on the ship clean at all times. Will be a great boost to morale. Ahem, well, the bad news? I know well enough by now that I can't all be good. Right you are, Director. You really are getting the hang of this. Now that we've shut down all of our magical reactors, restarting them will take some time. Which means, of course, that we are effectively secure for the time being. That means no zero sail either. Oh, I see. So does that mean we can't go away if they find us here? Good question. If they should happen to find us, making escape will be very difficult. Right, as long as we're unable to start the ship's engine at a moment's notice, we'll be out to sea without a lifeboat if we're spotted again. If you end up taking several of those supercharged magical energy attacks head-on without even any of our defensive mechanisms to shield us, well, I don't even want to think about it. Captain? Huh? Captain, why'd you collapse like that? Are you okay? I'm sorry. Looks like Zeus's great thunderbolts were even more powerful than we thought. The one that hit us didn't damage the ship too badly, but it did damage my spirit core. Oh, is that? Does this mean those thunderbolts are actually anti-servant attacks? It's a good thing only one of them hit us. It's even one more if even one more of those had struck. We might have ended up losing our new ship. This is pathetic. I don't even have the strength to stand. Damn it, get Nemo Nurse in here on the double. Make sure Captain's as comfortable as possible. Right. Does this mean you're injured as well, Da Vinci? Looks that way. I thought I was just feeling off thanks to all the magical energy I used for a chaff and concealing spell. But since I was acting as a Stormboarder CPU when we got hit, I guess I actually got just as hurt as a captain. I think it better rest up for a while too. Da Vinci. Easier. Good, I caught her in time. Thanks for a nurse call. Is it an emergency? I will say, thanks for coming, Nemo. It's Captain Da Vinci. The former collapsed and the ladder's totally drained. Please hurry. Foe. Holmes, Munir, how are Da Vinci and Captain doing? They're both asleep now. Well, I say asleep, but it's more like what we did back in Scandinavia. There are recovery pods I use at a time. They may seem fine on the surface, but their spirit cores have both suffered significant damage. It may take them a few days, but don't worry, we expect them both to make full recoveries. To put it in the modern parlance, this will be no big deal. Well, that's a relief. Yes, it is. It's too bad we can't visit them while they're in their pods, but I'm so glad to hear they'll be okay. Quite so, ideally I'd prefer to wait for their full recovery before we begin our plan of attack in earnest, but indeed, we have neither the time nor the mental capacity to spare for that. Both the captain and the technical advisor fulfilled their duties spectacularly. Yes, it may be useless for the time being, but no matter, their recovery takes priority. Meanwhile, those of us who remained have an obligation to make the most of this opportunity they've given us, namely, make a move before we're found, right? Exactly. By this point, I suppose there was no need for me to say anything after all, was there? Ahem. Alright, as the new director of Chaldea and the commander of the Stormborder, here are my orders. That's alright, Mash Kirlik, his faithful servant. There's so much we don't know about our situation, but even so, I'll need you two to head out. Well, I'm afraid we won't be able to support you as normal with our technical advisor incapacitated. Myself, Mir, and our administrative advisor will do our best to fill her shoes in the meantime. Your sole objective for now is to explore this Lostbelt and recruit other proper human history surveys. At least this time we won't be at a complete dispatchers thanks to the vanguard that got here ahead of us. Once we find the heroic spirits that came here from Atlantis, the tide is sure to turn swiftly in our favor. If we're going to defeat this testable Crystaria, cut down that preposterously huge tree of emptiness, and destroy that incredibly dangerous Zeus, we need to team up with them first. Yes, sir. Just like what I like to hear, now I can relax and really enjoy my breakfast. I just ran a scan for the vicinity, and I'm afraid circumstances are very much not in our favor. Unfortunately, we will be no more able to bolster our ranks via summoning circuit here than we were in Atlantis. Every last leyland for kilometers is under immense observation. They are too man-made, or perhaps I should say god-made, to be of use to us. Suffice to say, we won't be able to secure magical energy necessary to summon and maintain new heroic spirits while here in Olympus. I'm afraid we'll have to be content with using heroic origin graph for temporary combat-only summons. Oh? All the more reason you need to find the heroic spirits who came here ahead of us as soon as possible. With the forces we have, we won't be able to keep ourselves safe, let alone accomplish the mission. It would have made things a lot easier if we could have summoned more combat-ready heroic spirits from a ley line. But I guess that was too much to hope for, just like it was in Atlantis. Well, in the meantime, I don't know how much these will help, but here, these are for you two. Thanks, Mayor, but what are they? They're just guys gets, well, a kind of mystical really that Da Vinci made in secret based off of the Atlanteans. Basically, they use Magecraft to deceive onlookers both optically and perceptually, giving you the same effect as wearing a disguise without actually having to put one on. They said they make use of the same disguise principles as Holmes' noble phantasm. We should let you disguise yourself as residents of Olympus and make our way into the city of Olympus. The silver lining here is that your magical energy readings are the same as any other humans. Apparently even Mash only has a tiny bit of servant aura about her right now. So hey, in that sense, it should make it a lot easier to sneak in than it would be if you were to bring servants along. That's true. Under these circumstances, the risk of a hostile servant noticing your senpai should be very low. So if all goes well, this should give us the chance we need to rendezvous with the heroic spirits who got here before us. But that being said, you'll still be at a major disadvantage if you do end up in a fight. So don't lean on the disguise kits too heavily, okay? And again, you're both hands now with the raid shifts. We're both old hands now with the raid shifts and Lostbelt, so I'm sure you already know that. Director. What is it, Administrative Advisor? I have two suggestions I'd like you to hear. First is that we send the combat and environmental information we've gathered to date to Wandering Sea in a data packet. And for a second, well, I think discretion should be a best course for this one. What's this now? Be careful, I'm quite ticklish, you know. Well, what was that? Are you serious? Administrative Advisor, but that's surely you can't. Director, do you remember border guards that Odysseus kept under his command? I'm quite certain that your concerns, while understandable, are nevertheless unwarranted. It's incredibly risky, but I can't deny that it also makes a lot of sense. Alright. As the director of Novum Chaldea, I can't have any subordinates be the only ones putting themselves in danger to restore proper human history. Very well, Administrative Advisor, accept your proposal. Thank you, I had every confidence you would make the right decision. Foe? What were you guys talking about? I'm afraid the time is not yet right. Don't worry, you'll find out soon enough. Oh, I've heard you say that in a long time, Holmes. This is no laughing matter, if you ask me. Jeez. Alright, once again, Mash Carelight, as Director of Novum Chaldea, here are your orders. You two are to leave the board at once and make your way to the city of Olympus. Once you're inside, find out where the other proper human history servers are and meet up with them post haste. After you have secured an adequate fighting force, you are to cut down the 5th tree of emptiness. Roger that. Understood, we'll go begin our Olympus investigation right now. Foe. Okay. Directly beneath the 5th tree of emptiness, Magdalene. Interstellar mountain city Olympus, great orbital shrine Olympia Dodona, the center of its operations. A revelation is upon us. Now is a time of revelation. Gather round, O noble gods of Olympus. He has ruled the heavens since the dawn of time, emerging triumphant in no less than form Machia. By day he rules over clear blue skies, by night he conquers what lies beyond them. He is a wielder of great thunderbolts capable of shattering skies, galaxies, even the very universe. Authorities no less than Uranus and Cronus themselves bow to his will. The great demiurge, the one who wields the Cronus crown for all eternity. Now behold the words of the almighty Zeus. I trust all are here. Indeed they are, my lord. Rejoice, my fellow gods, rejoice, gods from foreign lands. Always proceeding according to my will. The seeds I planted have grown brilliantly, disturbed neither by chill rain nor merciless rays of sun. Tree of emptiness, Atlas, the world tree is about to bloom. Glory to Almighty Zeus. Congratulations, Father. That's wonderful, Father. Congratulations. We must restore mythology to its rightful place. This Lostbelt's divine power must not remain relegated to Olympus. It must spread across the world, across every bit of bleached white land. If humans were unable to save it, then the task falls to gods instead. I shall use all the power I wield to save this world in place of those gods who left during proper human history. For it is still far too soon to lose the intelligent human species that has taken root on this planet. This is indeed all unfolding absolutely wonderful. Even in my wildest dreams, I never imagined Atlas, the world tree, would grow so large so quickly. Even puts the neon Lostbelt's tree's explosive growth to shame. This will undoubtedly be a land where our god, the foreign god, descends upon this world. Oh, yes, of that I'm absolutely certain. Nothing could make we three alter egos who have come here on behalf of the foreign god happier. It is unfortunate that one of us could not be present at this time, but no matter. At my pleasure, I will do everything in my power to help you grow the world tree to maturity and to ensure the foreign god's ascent proceeds undeterred. Foreign god? Excuse me, it's always foreign god this and foreign god that with you. Are your ears working properly? Did you not hear what Almighty Zeus had to say? He's the one who's going to save this world. There's no place for your foreign god here. Now remember your place and hold your tongue, foreigner, lest you say something you regret. Now, Aphrodite, there's no need to let anger mar your beautiful face. Besides, you do well not to underestimate these gods from foreign lands, especially that monk there. Rumors that he single-handedly drove the ancient land of India into hellish cycle of reincarnation. So I'd be careful if I were you. Lest he end up turning all of Olympus into Tartarus. Not Tartarus, ridiculous. If you wish to joke, Demeter, save it for an audience who might appreciate your brand of humor. As for you, you have some nerve speaking of a foreign god in our presence. How dare you speak of a god from an alien planet, knowing full well that we descendants of chaos migrated here from across the galaxy? Who do you think you are? You know nothing of Zeus's power. You know nothing of what transpired 14,000 years ago at the moment our Lostbelt began. You have no idea how Zeus's thunderbolts utterly destroyed the foreigner invader who came to kill all life on this planet. Who do you think I am, you ask? I am me, of course, no more, no less. You insolent little. Wait, Aphrodite. A moment, please. Oh, goddess of beauty. If I may, allow me to remind you that we are all equally invested in seeing the world treated to maturity. Lord Krishtaria, the Cryptor, says that though our long-term goals may be different, for now cooperating is in our mutual best interests. Krishtaria will deem. Oh, what's this? My, this is truly happening. You, the goddess of beauty herself, the arbiter of value for all of humanity. Dying to take advice from a mere human. I never thought I would see the day. That's enough, Limbo. A joke is only funny when its audience is receptive. So I suggest you be more judicious about playing the jester while in the company of gods, especially given that same tendency led you to your failure in India. Don't mince words, you. I was merely trying to lighten the mood, but you're right, I did misjudge my audience. It seems my failure in India has affected me more than I realized. Forgive me, O gods of Greece. Aphrodite, goddess of beauty. Demeter, goddess of land. All-powerful Zeus, priestess, Queen Europa. I hope you will accept this humble apology. Limbo. Oh my. I do beg your pardon. Now, I am the one who owes you an apology. I hope you will forgive my momentary surprise, O gods of foreign lands. Limbo. Don't be absurd, my illustrious Queen Europa. I am the one who has wronged you. Not Silence, all of you. I understand your anger, I understand your impatience, but stay your tongues. There are some facts we must accept, no matter how humiliating they may be. Namely the fact that without the Tree of Emptiness, none of us could exist. Our glorious Olympus's prosperity, we 12 Olympias's eternal reign, all depend on the Tree of Emptiness. This we must come to terms with if we are to overcome the tree's hold on us. Overcome the tree's hold, does that mean you plan to cut down a tree of emptiness? As long as you grow a tree of full maturity, we have no objections to what you do with it afterwards. But still, the very idea of overcoming the tree's hold is just... are you truly capable of such a thing, Almighty Zeus? Indeed, it is a task beyond even my all-encompassing power. Which is why I have formed an alliance with my sworn friend Krisharia Wardeem the Cryptor. Zeus, need I remind you that he is only a human? Zeus, you would still call that human your sworn friend. Silence. Cryptar Woodium, the Cryptor is no ordinary human. One could well liken it mammalian humans from proper human history to a little more than sentient breeds. Indeed, Cryptar is sentient. But no mere reed could ever be that strong. So this is Machina Quarter of the Great Orbital Shrine Olympia Dodona, huh? It's way too damn long if you ask me. How's a guy supposed to cross this thing and get where he's going in time? Did they make it to scale with the gods of Olympus or something? At this rate, I'm gonna die of old age before I get anywhere. Still, on a different note, I can't believe he's just letting me walk around like this unsupervised. Odim, I swear, I can't tell what that guy is thinking. I feel like an idiot for keeping a guard up constantly, figuring it was just a matter of time before you send someone to finish me off. I always thought a Cryptor without Lostbelt would be worthless, that he wouldn't have anywhere left to go, and no reason to be kept alive. I was sure he was just going to take my Sirius Light and be done with me. Was I wrong? I remember Director Marisbury said, Sirius Light is a power to overturn the very world. Possessing it is what makes it a Cryptor. We study every abnormality that would possibly occur during the 7 ages. We train for every scenario we might encounter in the simulator. Humanity was supposed to save the world, and our Sirius Lights were supposed to be our trump card. But it's strange when you think about it. We were never actually told exactly what the Sirius Light is. Sure, they told us that there are even more powerful command bells, and they produce more magical energy than the user could generate on their own. But the only one of us who would actually know when and why to use them is Wodim. After all, he was the one who was entrusted with their timing. So you should also be the only one who knows how the Sirius Lights are actually meant to be used. So then why hasn't he taken mine? Ever since we came back to life, Wodim's always said how the Cryptors are all equal in the foreign god's eyes, but it never occurred to me that he might really mean it. Does this mean he seriously believes that? Dad, what am I saying? There's no way he could. He's a noble, he's got to have an angle I'm not seeing. I would say something that only he knows, something about the Sirius Lights, the foreign god, Tree of Emptiness, and why Lostbelts can exist in the present day. Alright, Wodim, I'll find out what it is you're up to. Whatever it is you and Zeus are plotting, I'm going to bring it to light. And if I'm going to do that, I'm going to need a distraction that really stands out. You know, I was thinking, I still haven't been punished for my failure in the Lostbelt, right? So go ahead and punish me however you see fit, Wodim. Whatever it is, I can take it. How about not giving you a cause to mistake me, Pepe? You Cryptors are our colleagues, nothing more. I have no authority to punish you than any of the others do. For the time being, Scandinavia, Peperino, let's just be glad you're alright. For sure taking all this in stride, not that I expect anything less, of course. I still wouldn't feel right getting off scot-free. Why don't you at least take my Sirius Light? I could probably save more face with the foreign gods if I offer it up to them instead. I can't care less about getting in either foreign god or alter ego's good graces. So here, hon, you can have my Sirius Light. Make sure you make good use of it. Thank you, Pepe, whether you're suing me for that, you can keep yours. The Sirius Light has not been my responsibility since Team A ceased to be relevant. So no, you should hang on to yours. What you do with it is up to you. I see. So Ophelia didn't happen to die after using hers. She died because she used her Sirius Light. Would I be right in assuming that's what Marisbury had in mind when he put our team together? Not at liberty to answer it, huh? Now I get it. I'm starting to see just a little more of what your relationship was really like. Despise me if you wish. You are probably right to do so. Despise you? Now you're just insulting me, Wally. I think the fact that you're refusing to say anything just goes to show how much integrity you have. Up to this point, I still wasn't sure who was connected to what. But I think I'm finally starting to see how the pieces fit together. It never really sunk in before, but I guess we really are the enemies of humanity after all. I have to say, Pepe, your sheer mental fortitude never fails to surprise me. I'm really amazed you can still smile like that under these circumstances. Hey, so one thing I got going for me, though in my case, it's more despair than self-possession. But hey, the important thing are that I'm still alive right now, and what is I need to do next, right? I'd never get anywhere if I spent all my time fretting about a past I can't change. So I'm just going to tell you this, and hope that I might lead to an even more fun future. You know how disciples are always telling us the foreign god wants the Lostbelt to flourish, and the strongest one will become the foundation of a new humanity? Well, I'm positive they're lying. They're not planning on any of the Lostbelts surviving. Oh, we've been hoping that one of the Lostbelts will become the next proper human history. They've got other plans entirely. And why do you think that? I heard it straight from the alter ego's mouth back when he was elated at the prospect of his seemingly assured victory. I swear, I never would have guessed his fondness for hearing himself talk would actually work in our favor. I see, so you got Limbo to talk. Now, I won't be responsible for what you've learned, and won't violate my contract with Foreign God. That being said, Renji, I can't say anything more in response to what you just told me. All I can tell you is that I am prepared to establish this Lostbelt's new proper human history. And I have done everything I can see that vision made reality. I will use everything at my disposal to ensure this Atlantic Lostbelt becomes this planet's future. In the meantime, I want you to carry out your duties as a member of teammate in whatever way you feel is best. Hey, you don't have to tell me. I was already planning to do whatever I wanted. Besides, I was never really into a whole King of the Earth competition thing anyway. But let me know if you ever need help with anything. Alright? I'm not that much of an ingrate, you know? Not that much of an ingrate, huh? Of course I know that, Pepe. You've been of help to me more often than you realize. You always describe yourself as a cold-blooded killer, but in fact you were always the most humane, always honored your obligations more than any of us. Oh? Unless I'm very much mistaken, there is a great deal of venom in your expression. Are you unhappy of what we just discussed? Pervergino came to his conclusion based on what the alter ego said. There's no need to eliminate him. Or did I tell him the other cryptors any of the foreign god's secrets? So far as I can tell, there have been no breaches of contracts here, am I wrong? Everything is proceeding according to plan. The tree of emptiness is now fully grown catalyst, ready to bring your true form down to this world. Zeus no doubt means to use this energy for his own ideals. For my part, I have no intention of getting in his way. I promised him I wouldn't after all. We agreed that, though our positions may be very different, Zeus and I would work together to ensure that Atlantic Lostbelt is fully completed. I will not be going back on my word. After he trusted me enough to let me see him in a moment of weakness. I'm well aware if Zeus's plan comes to fruition, the Tree of Emptiness's magical energy will be depleted and Foreign God's descent will be delayed. Should that happen, I will be considered in breach of contract and my life will be forfeit. But that is not going to happen, much as it pains me to say this as his friend. Zeus's ideas will never work, even if his plan is flawless. Once they fail, this is where I come into play. Don't worry, I'll see that my job is done perfectly. I value my life as much as anyone after all. It would be equally trivial for me to complete this Lostbelt and see Zeus's ideals realized. Or to complete this Lostbelt and let the foreign god descend upon this world. The only unknown factor that could possibly pose an obstacle to either one of those outcomes is Chaldea and whatever course of action he chooses to pursue. I only hope his spirit isn't yet broken. I'm counting on him to make his way here and once more throw himself into battle against me. So I can conclusively demonstrate to him that his efforts were naught. man. Okay. Section 2. Okay, our first flight. Let's see what we have here. Mesh has to be on front line. Brake bar lands. Oh man. I think this is it. This is gonna be it. Well, they are not gonna hold back this Lostbelt. Brake bar lancer. Recover 1k HP per turn. On break the gain defense buff plus damage plus buff. Target. Single target. I think kind of an AoE Lancer. So I think I'll probably use her for farming too after that. Is she also quick? Oh, she's plus reset his strength. Oh yeah, she's actually I can use her for farming. I'll just save her. This guy is plus. Oh, he's already done. Okay, one more. Okay. Section 2. Olympus's reception, first half. It's been 2 hours since we left the storm border. Our comms still aren't working well, so we can't get in touch with anyone. I doubt the bounded fields our disguises are generating are interfering with the signal, so it must be a magical energy in the atmosphere. I guess this means we'll need to head back to the border to tell anyone what we found out. No need to rush, let's just take our time. I agree. There are no hostile entities nearby. I don't see any residents of Olympus either. But going off the topographical information I was able to glean right before we landed, we should soon arrive at the city's western perimeter. I have to be careful as we make our way there, senpai. Foe. It's nice to see you in good spirits, foe. I don't think I've seen you this happy since Scandinavia. Is it all the magical energy in the atmosphere? Let me double check the readings. The atmosphere's magical energy density is still on par with the Age of Gods for the 7th singularity. I'm not seeing any abnormalities in your vitals either, Master. Everything looks to be within normal parameters. It's all thanks to Mystico. They really are a jewel of Chaldean engineering, aren't they? So, if you ever do feel like anything isn't right, please let me know right away. It's why I always carry a stash of emergency talismans. While we're here, why don't we check to make sure our disguises are working properly, too? Activating disguise mystic codes now, everything looks fine. Foe? Oh, what is it? What is it, Foe? I can't see your disguise myself, but I'm sure it looks great. Thank you, Senpai, you're too kind. Foe? Mash? Oh, I'm sorry, I was just thinking about the disguises. We still don't know what Olympians look like, so I hope there'll be enough to let us blend in. Foe? According to the instruction manual, these disguise kits reference current Atlantean fashion. To simulate these kinds of clothing the Atlanteans presumably wore before they were banished. Da Vinci must have figured out that an advanced civilization like Olympus would probably be the same today as it was several thousand years ago. So I suppose whether these disguises are effective or not will depend on how accurate her simulation is. I'm sure it'll be fine. That's true. Da Vinci's adventures have never let us down yet. Alright, Senpai, let's keep going. Olympus's western perimeter should be just up ahead. Time to start a close encounter of the third kind with the local populace of Olympus in this 5th Lostbelt. Folk, yeah? Okay, we made it to the city. It certainly looks very different than anything we've seen in any other Lostbelt. Compared to, say, the Chinese Lostbelt, which developed along its unique path. This one seems much more in line with what we would think of as a developed nation in proper human history. Looks just like a modern-day city. It does, doesn't it? I got a glimpse of it from above while we were making our way down here. But I still can't quite believe they've advanced this far. Foe? Ah. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was spacing out. Anyway, the local residents don't seem to be paying us much attention, so it looks like the disguises are working. As I thought, there's even more concentrated magical energy in the atmosphere here than there was in Atlantis. As much as there was in the Age of Gods. Although... Good day, O glorious Zeus, blessed be his name. Blessed be his name, blessed be his name, glory to Lord Zeus for presiding over the sun and Apollo's steed. Did you sleep well last night? Of course, thanks be to Lord Zeus for presiding over sleep and hypnosis steed. I'm glad to see you're all doing so well. Praise be to Lady Demeter for keeping you safe. Oh yes, you said the ambrosia was delicious again today. I just know it will help me be even more beautiful. It's true, you were beautiful yesterday and you're beautiful today too. I can feel Lady Aphrodite's protection surrounding me. I'll have to stop by one of Branch's shrines later and pray to her. Looks like the philosophers are debating something on the sidewalk. We're so fortunate to have them. Hey, wait up, Janice. You're going too fast. Race you to the fountain. Wait for me. Hey, want to come to the Sacred Library in the East District with me? Dean's Terminal is closing a university for a day to give a lecture there. Foe. It certainly seems like the local Olympians are all accustomed to the atmosphere. I suppose this means this is the humanity from the Age of the Gods. Still, all that being said, I'm amazed to see how much foot traffic there is here. Between the buildings and the roads, it really does seem like a lost modern city from proper human history. Foe. And what's more, everyone here seems so happy. They do, don't they? Yes. Foe. Don't worry, Foe, it won't be a problem. You know we're still on a mission. We won't forget where we're from or why we're here. Besides, we have an obligation to pay close attention to how the people of this Lostbelt live their lives. Master, did you notice any familiar words in those conversations we overheard? I mean like Apollo and Demeter? Yes, exactly. Demeter, the goddess of the land, Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty. And I overheard a few others as well. I'm not sure if they were talking about the gods of mythology or other people named after them. It could also be talking about divine spirits, heroic spirits, mechanical gods like in Atlantis. Or maybe there are other actual non-divine spirit gods here like Zeus. Maybe there will be gods like Apollo who are willing to help us. I hope you're right. Now Zeus himself has attacked us. It's only natural for most of the other gods to follow his lead. But there should still be other gods like Apollo who will be exceptions to the rule. Q, Foe? You'll let us know if you sense anything dangerous, right, Foe? Foe. Alright, Senpai, let's start gathering information. You should be able to learn what we need by making close contact with local Olympians and talking to them. Hello, may Almighty Zeus' protection be with you. Oh, hey there. May Zeus and Hera's protection be with you too. Say, I don't think I've seen you around here before. I suppose you haven't. I only just got here from the countryside. I basically came from the edge of town, so I'm still not used to being around so many people. Really, I'm pretty sure this is what it's like everywhere here in Olympus. Then again, I've only been to Shrine Town a few times, and it's not like I've seen everything the city has to offer. Hey, there were some less urban areas 10,000 of years so ago, so I guess it makes sense that there are some districts like that now. So what brings you here? You just move in or something? No, nothing like that. I'm just passing through on a trip. Anyway, I don't know much about this area, so I was hoping you might be able to fill me in. Anything you could tell us would help. Oh, is he with you? I'm guessing you're married or something. You definitely don't look like siblings. Fofo? Oh, hello, cutie. You're a squirrel? Some kind of chimera pup? No, I'm guessing not. Anyway, I won't pry. I think it's great you're traveling, and I'd be glad to tell you what you want to know. This is the west side of interstellar mountain city of Olympus's 10th residential layer. Here, take a look. Doesn't a holy vessel ring Cronus crown look beautiful from this angle? Cronus crown. See a great shrine inside up there. You'll never get such a great view of it over in the East District. That's great orbital shrine Olympia Dodona, the heavenly castle of our holy gods. Glory be to Zeus. And way up there above the crystal mountains that provide us with unlimited magical energy, that's Atlas the World Tree. It used to be called the Tree of Emptiness, but Almighty Zeus gave it a new name. It's a miraculous tree made out of Zeus's glorious light, and it was a gift from some gods of a foreign land. You can see it real closely here, right? When it blooms, we're going to hold a huge festival right in this district. A festival? Oh sure, after all. That tree is what's keeping us alive after all we were cut off from proper human history. Ah, I see. It's not every day we get travelers from here. The last ones I met were a young couple a lot like you, 200 or 300 years ago. Yes, that's it. You should be proud. There's nothing wrong at all with I'll take a path less traveled. I have absolute faith that God support us humans in all our vast diversity. So, that being said, I don't have much I can teach you. Surely you already learned about the crown and the world tree, right? No matter where you go, Olympus's endless bounty surrounds you. It's always been that way, especially over the last few thousand years, and it always will be. There's nothing in all of Olympus you could go where we aren't positively spoiled by riches. Just look at all these glittering production towers. The ambrosia Lady Demeter bestows upon us every day. Things like hunger, illness, injury, and pain are all relics of the distant past. What's that? Yes, that's right. 200 years ago. It was practically just the other day. My job. Ah, you travelers are funny. Jobs are those things we have to do to earn money, right? I'm amazed you still remember such an ancient concept. Are you history buffs or something? Well, I think that's wonderful. That's just something romantic about archaeology. It's such a shame that gods don't like to talk about things that happened more than 10,000 or so years ago, and that there aren't more records of the past. Let's run into the same problems at every university and research organization. Me? Oh no, I don't go to university. I'm an artist. There's nothing that brings the gods more joy than evolution of art and culture. I don't know what we would do without the gods. They watch over us, protect us, love us. Glory be to Zeus. Oh yes, in my case I study under Educational Terminal number 3 at the nearby Art Academy. Well, me and about 500,000 other students. War? I've heard that used to be a thing. You can read all about it in the government records, libraries, and university archives. Oh wait, is your district one of those that doesn't have any big government offices or libraries? I'm amazed there are still places in Olympus bereft of the god's glory. Anyway, sure, I can tell you what I know. A long time ago, there were 4 great wars called Machia. The first was between Zeus's gods and Cronus' titans. The second was between Zeus's gods and the White Death. The third was between Zeus's god and Gigantus. And the fourth was... the exile that took place a few thousand years ago. Yes, that was part of the fourth Machia, a tragic civil war fought between the gods themselves. Followers of the gods who lost the poor people who did not accept the gods' protection left Olympus and ascended to Atlantis. Though another theory says that they left in search of their far-off homeland. Either way, it's all in the past now. Humans have never waged war with one another, and they never will. Yeah, it's great here. Every day is so much fun. I played all day yesterday, and I'm gonna play all day today, too. Hey, what kind of an animal is that? A baby chimera? A lion? Huh, what'd you say? Is there anything we're scared of? Or anything that hurts us? Oh no, I can't think of anything like that. Heck, I can't even remember the last time I heard words like pain or scary. Are you two in pain? Or are you scared of something? Want to know more about the gods? You can't be serious, right? Is this a trick question or something? Huh? You're from the countryside. You know about Lord Zeus? I see. I had no idea there were still areas within Olympus bereft of the god's glorious protection. Do you tell where you're from later? Okay, I'll let them know during my regular prayer at the branch shrine. I'm sure Lady Europa will take care of it once we bring this to her attention. You do know who Lady Europa is, right? Queen Europa is Lord Zeus' wife. She's a demigod who assimilated with Lady Hera, so she's sure to hear your prayers. Really? Don't tell me you didn't even know that. A lot of branch shrines, you know, the places we go so the gods will hear our voices. You mean you don't even know about them? How the gods can hear us better than anywhere else? You poor children, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life. But don't worry, the gods watch over all of us equally. Glory to the great gods of Olympus. Glory to the ones who sit atop the great shrine and possess of the Cronus crown. Lady Demeter, Lady Aphrodite, Lord and Lady Dioscuri, Queen Europa. Almighty Zeus. Glory to our guests, the gods of foreign lands. And to Lord Zeus' sworn friend, Lord Cristaria Wodim. Foe. Cristaria. I guess that means everyone in Olympus knows who Cristaria is then. Oh my, do watch your tongue. You can't refer to Lord Zeus' sworn friend without a title. Oh, I'm sorry, that just slipped out. Yeah, I don't mind so much myself, but you could end up on probation if one of the guards were to hear you. Probation? You mean we'd be executed? Oh my, this is even worse than I thought. I can't even imagine how underdeveloped the place you grew up in must be. You should really file a complaint with your local government office about this. Let's be perfectly clear, no guard would ever do anything so barbaric as that. Lord Zeus had decreed that not a single blood drop should ever be spilled on Olympus. Oh my, I can't believe there's still even one place in Seiya uses language like that. This is just beyond belief. I'm sorry, I was just reading a history book recently and I kind of got history mixed up with reality. Easy mistake. We've all been there. Really, I have to be careful about that. Faux. Faux? Question my beloved Olympians. This is Queen Europa. I'm speaking to you from above Great Orbital Shrine Olympia, the Donna. A revelation is upon us, a revelation is upon us. Oh my. Faux? Faux? Quiet. Go on, stand up straight and pay attention. We haven't heard a scheduled public broadcast from a great shrine in hundreds of years. You know, you're not the first person who mentioned something that happened hundreds of years ago, do you? Yes, of course, I remember. Now hush, hurry, this is a divine revelation. Intruders from the outside have infiltrated our interstellar mountainous city of Olympus. Be careful, my beloved citizens, for these intruders are extremely dangerous. Lord Zeus has sent them here among you. There are 2 of them. Those monstrous villains are from Chaldea, from proper human history. They are destroyers of worlds who have obliterated 4 other Lostbelts. These arrogant malefactors believe themselves this world's true inhabitants and look down their noses on our Olympus. We cannot peacefully coexist with such beings, so just this once you are permitted to use violence against them. You will recognize one of these loathsome Chaldean demons by their red marks on their hand. Should you find them, it is Zeus's command that you kill them. Red marks on their right hand. Chaldea. No way, are you 2 them? The ones from proper human history. Senpai. Run for it, man. Right. Hey, get back here. Lord Zeus wants... Foe? Yeah. Eek. This way, foe. Foe? Why are those 2 running off like that? Wait, are those the Chaldea demons? Ah, it's Chaldea. The Chaldea demons. It's Chaldea, the Chaldea demons. Get inside, lock the doors, hurry up, don't let them kill you. I can't believe the demons of proper human history are here in our city. Somebody get to Branch Temple, hurry, we're not gonna make it. Help, somebody. Kill the demons. Hold it, this is as far as you go. We citizens of Olympus heard everything the revelation told us. Please let us through. Foe? You people from Chaldea. I've been killing everyone in the Lostbelts, right? And now it's our turn. I have to say, it's so hard to believe. I would have expected you to look more evil or something. I never would have guessed you'd actually look like a couple of sweet kids. Or are you just trying to get us to lower our guard? I haven't done any combat training in a long time. I never wished Lord Ares were still with us more than I do right now. May I have done away with concepts like jobs, labors, and profession a long time ago. But you still do have soldiers. I may only be a reserve guard, but that's enough to let me don the armor of the gods. Magical energy transformation. I can't believe a normal human is about to output so much magical energy. It's almost like a servant's master. We need to distract him long enough to get away. Right, I know. For this battle, I'll consider this soldier a single servant class hostile, initiating or next combat mode. Setting output at maximum levels. Black shield, huh? So that's Caldea's weapon choice. Very well then, let's see if your shield can withstand my divine steel, you heartless, merciless demons. Match currently preparing to engage in combat with hostile entity. Oh. Holy crap. Got one guy. One guy right here. Double break bar. Oh man.
System. All check.
Wow, that's crazy.
大丈夫ですから。マスター。
Oh crap. This one's only in.
上手に知らないと。任せて。メズカンヌ憤怒を持って諸悪を放つ。今度我が勝負異謝な大天将。ゲー切り返せるか。
Defense up.
唐突に知らないか。合理、待ってました。なん千万台自在天神。ケーキにその騎勢を断つ。異謝な大天将。
Holy crap, that's decent. Oh, jeez. One right.
待ってました。任せて。なんのふっなんの。
Okay, there we go. That's a great start. First fight. He really is strong. And he said he was only a reserve guard who wasn't even trained in a long time. He's not giving us a single chance to escape. There's this sheer magical energy levels, they're on par with his servant. No, if anything, they're even higher. Master, Hostile is extremely powerful. He's easily several times stronger than the Atlantis border guards. His overall combat abilities are the same as a heroic spirit, maybe even higher. Sorry, Master, just hang in there a little long. Stand back in the secure light. Reinforcements. I was afraid of this based on what we know of Atlantis border guards. I suspected people at Olympus may each individually possess as much energy as a heroic spirit. I swear, why is it always the predictions you want most to be wrong that turn out to be spot on? Foe? Holmes, what are you doing here? You remember how the director was shouting right before you two left? That was because I had suggested to him that I accompany you. So you've been following us in your spirit form all this time? Indeed, I have. I'd hoped that once my suspicions proved groundless, I could return to the board and continue protecting the Vinci captain and the director. But now that my suspicion has been proved correct, it seems that is no longer an option. Baritsu? Let's take him down together, Holmes. Please, follow my lead. Understood. He blocked it. Now he's going to counterattack. I should be able to defend, especially now that Holmes is backing me up. I'm surprised that's true. I never thought your attacks would be so soft. Maybe deep down you aren't really cut out for fighting. But you're still from proper human history and Kaudeo to do. So I'll start by cutting off your arms. I'll use a defensive mystical. Foe? Holmes? Baritsu can be employed for defensive as well as offensive, so at least it's a damn sight better than what happens to Scandinavia. Miss Curly. Run for it. And don't look back. I'll find some way to hold them off. So you care for your allies. So then how? How can you bring yourself to destroy the Lostbelts? I could answer that if you wish, but there would be any point in doing so. Would you put away your sword if I did? No, I wouldn't. I waste enough time talking. I'm a soldier. After all I need to do is tear that spirit origin of yours to shred. Limited bulb over there. Oh man. Good luck at that. Just gonna be here reading through this. Paradise instantly cures spirits with so much as a drop of divine blood. Holmes? Holmes? Holmes! You will win this. Moving forward is the only option we have left. On a long and desperate journey like this, none of us can afford to look back. Ash Curly, eh? Keep running and don't look back. Are you done prattling on now? Then die. Huh? Damn, you guys wasted no time kicking things in high gear. Couldn't you have been a little more elegant about it? That voice? Is the most preposterous of all Lostbelts, a city state ruled by real, genuine gods, right? So don't you think you should be a little more dignified in how you go about bearing your fangs? Who are you? Haha, you wish to know who I am. Soldier from the realm of the gods. I am a wanderer who crosses between worlds. I let the winds take me where I wish, and now in my death I have become a servant. If you want to know more about who I am, then I'll gladly tell you. I'm a saber who's sworn loyalty to that master there. I'm a sword fighter who's going to cut you down with 2 drawn blades, 2 hidden blades, and 1 secret blade. My Nitan Ishru, I've achieved mastery order of void. My true name is Shinmen Musashi no Kami Fujiwara no Haruno. Kami Miyamoto Musashi. That was just too cool, even for me. Okay, that was very fitting. Just use Musashi. Turns out she was actually there this whole time. Alright. Next round. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh man, double restriction. Brick bar lancer, double brick bar. Okay. Same thing, looks like. Okay. What? Yeah, I should have to go for a brave shit here. NPC Musashi should have a buff, so it might actually better to rip mine.
よーしそこ狙うからね唐突にひらめいた待ってましたなん千万代自在天神ケーキにその騎勢は医者の大天将なんの切り返せるか
Oh man, that double the holy crap. Ooh, oh she? Oh, she has a void skill. Okay, that's cool.
よーしそこ狙うからね任せて待ってましたなんのゲー唐突にひらめいた任せてなん千万代自在天神ケーキにその騎勢を医者の大天将
Oh man.
なんの 内熱衝撃板装填します内熱衝撃板装填します
Oh yeah, now it's his turn. Oh wait, I should have used Mystical. Oh, let's see if it's
はいおーっと任せて照準捉えました
Oh, actually.
よーし今回も生き残ったわねうどん食べに行くか
No swords. Down yet. I'm losing. How? They're just ordinary human heroic spirits. Too bad, he outclassed me in sheer ability and training, but he knows absolutely nothing about real combat. Forgive me. Well done, I mean it. Will you tell me your names again, Cowdans? Miyamoto Musashi of Niten Ichiryu. Mash Cure Light Demi Servant. A. Musashi Mesh A. Olympus will never let you escape with your lives. We will kill you. On that, you have my word. Foe. Enemy hostile completely silenced. The battle is over. I wasn't planning to take his life directly. I'm sure you weren't. That's why I did it. There a problem with that, eh? No, well, yes, but it's okay. Good, now, do you know what we need to do next? Get away from here as fast as we can, right? Very good. Remember, you're in the heart of enemy territory now, so get used to making calls like that. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm so glad you're all okay. Did I manage to make it in time for the start of the adventure? Sure did. Thanks for showing up to save us. You bet. Whenever Caldeo's in danger, I'll be there to help. I still have to pay you guys back for letting me stay there after all. Anyway, I know we have a lot to catch up on, but right now we should focus on getting out of here. Like I said, this is the heart of enemy territory, so we don't want to stick around. You know the way out of town, Mesh? Yes, I do. I'll secure an escape route right now. Great, I knew you had a keen eye for his stuff. How about you, Mr. Detective? Can you stand? I can. It would seem the bleeding stopped as well. Thank you, Mrs. Miyamoto. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. It would also seem you're more right than you know. Take a look. Fellow? Multiple Olympian soldiers spotted, Master. Mash, we need a new route right now. Right, but I'm afraid all 3 major roads have been blockaded. Then we can't take the back alleys. They're nice and twisty, perfect for making a getaway. That would seem to make more sense than moving around out in the open, but wouldn't our enemy be more familiar with the lay of the land than us? True, that's why we would just have to trust to our luck when it comes to whether or not we run into anyone. If you do, we'll just have to cut them down and keep moving. Okay, let's get going. Right. This time, okay, only one. I think I'll just make a second. I think I'll have to make one for left mash. I'm pretty sure mash is gonna be used a whole bunch. Let's make one left and without. We'll just continue. Might as well run the double Musashi. So I would. Or I can just play like this way back again. Actually, I'm going to I just put way first. Just type one bond. One bond it's gone even. No point holding back for this Lostbelt. If there's any if there's any place to go out,
一等三分無限を破るゼロに至る
so insight. Okay, skill sealed. Do it. Do it.
よーしそこ狙うからね唐突にひらめいた待ってました目時間内憤怒をもって諸悪をこの我が勝負イチャな大天将なんの引き返せるか
At least this guy.
唐突にひらめいた道理待ってましたなんと千万台自在天神ケーキにその気勢はイチャな大天将空とはすなわち
So
無
at
の
least
観念
I'll just have to remember some of these numbers. So if I need a 400k new,
なんておごりすぎか私 Phew, this is rough.
I swear, is everyone in Olympus as strong as a heroic spirit? Because it sure feels like it. I'm not detecting any magical energy readings nearby. I think you managed to lose them for a time being. I'll use a talisman to put up a concealment bounded field. It's not much, but it should give you a moment to breathe. You did great, Master. You just ran the equivalent of 1500 meter dash at full speed. You should use this chance to take some deep breaths and replenish your oxygen levels. Would it help to sit down? Oh, I'm okay, thanks. Don't forget to rest up yourself. I won't. Thank you, Master. Oh, foe. Right, thank you, foe. That's very considerate. I guess it wasn't just that first Olympian soldier who turned out to be incredibly strong. No, it wasn't. These people have all been powered up to an unheard of degree. It feels like humans were brought up to heroic spirit levels while still somehow remaining human. And they're not just physically strong, their mental toughness is off the charts too. They didn't even bat an eye at losing an arm. Yes, well, you can't understand why they might be so fired up as they say nowadays. They're fighting for their world as much as we are for ours. No doubt they have their own loved ones they wish to protect here. It's no wonder why they would put up such a tremendous fight. There were always a chance that we would need to fight our way through local populace in previous Lostbelts. Now it would seem that possibility has become reality. Meaning every person is Lostbelt. That is, everyone who lives here in Olympus should be considered our enemy. Everyone's Lostbelt. Zeus's revelation was extremely effective. From now on, we should consider the entire city to be on the lookout for us. Suffice to say, the Olympians are simultaneously innocent who depend on the Tree of Emptiness for their survival, and vicious enemies who will take any chance they can to end us. Yeah. Which is exactly why we need to hold our heads high. Not we need to beat them or we need to be strong, but we need to hold our heads high, huh? He really does have his head screwed on straight. I didn't even have to break out a pep talk. I guess they've both seen a whole lot of worlds in time between Russia and here. Alright, this really isn't a time to let our guard down and relax, is it? Besides, we don't know if these people can still hear us through the bounded field or not. They can't. Strong as they may be, the Olympian soldiers are still limited by humans' perception capabilities. The defensive systems do seem able to sense magical energy, but given the sheer amount found in the atmosphere, the addition of a few servants shouldn't draw any notice. So as long as we don't have a divine spirit class servant among our ranks, or they don't try to find us with something similar to God's own eyes, we should be safe. Mr. Holmes? As I was saying, something similar to God's own eyes could be able to detect the bounded field itself. A god in this case referring to any being that surpasses our common understanding of magecraft and heroic spirits. In other words, to a god or being roughly on par with one, we would appear to be totally out in the open. An enormous magical energy reading is headed our way. 13, 20, 10. It's coming from the other side of the alley. It was humanoid. It was definitely shaped like a human, but it was much too big to be one. It resembled nothing so much as a giant. The sound of metal scraping together pierced the air. Intruders detected. Initiating elimination. It was a bronze giant. Okay. There. I think I'll go for this section. I'll keep going. I'll finish this section. I think that should be good. this for today. Alright. Okay, I guess we're probably gonna be fighting where that was. Okay. Okay. 800k. AoE attacks. Unremovable passive. Recovers 3k HP per turn. Unremovable 50k guts. Skill, defense. Okay. I think Musashi might be my strap hardest thing. I think there's maybe a... Ooh, actually, maybe... Oh wait, no, I think Melt's already gone. I just finished her. I was about to say she has Scotty compatibility. Yeah, I think it's that. Musashi... Ooh, maybe Anki. I think you need different humanity trait. Actually, man, mine's only gonna do 800. I mean 400k, so that's only caps the other researchers that do yeah, I think that's right. This is a map name, just a piece. Oh, that's all it does. That's like, yeah, that is this should be fine. And there's also defense down too, so I think yeah, I should do enough. Intruders detected. Initiating elimination. Bronze giant. According to myth, it is a monster. Now I see. It must have incorporated legends from the island of Rhodes, so the gods themselves must have minted this bronze giant. And now in Olympus, they've no doubt deployed it as an automatic defense system for the purpose of eliminating intruders. Its magical energy readings are too high for my sensors to measure. Its output is on par with a divine spirit, and its magical energy type isn't like any other kind of giant. Bronze giant, huh? I guess this means we really are in Greece. It doesn't look like Blades will do much against it, either that or that it's about to let us go without a fight. Hey, Mesh. Now that it's found us, we've got no choice but to send this hard head packing. Get ready to fight, Mesh. Raising Ornax's output, engaging combat mode. All functions are fine-tuned and working properly. Spirit Origin awakening rate is well within standard parameters. Here goes nothing. I've fought and trained in all sorts of different worlds. I've lost track of how many monsters I've cut down. I'm sure I've never fought a Greek bronze giant before, but now's a good time as any to see if I can cut through. Now have at you. Oh man. Okay, we are fighting it. Okay. Oh man, that must be... I can't think of... Okay, there might have been one enemy with more HP. But... What is it? Is it 800? Oh, it is 845.
命のやり取りとか面倒なことになってるな。
It's so large that they have been cut off like this. Oh man. Alright, kind of waste. Can't. There's only 2 support cards left. It's more attack. 12k. 50. Oh yeah, mine definitely has more. Yeah, I think I just ripped that.
よーし、そこ狙うからね。唐突に知らないと。
Get more crit stars. Let's spend this.
よーし、そこ狙うからね。
True.
ごおー任せて。 なんだ天満台自在天地。ケーキにその騎勢を断つ。医者の大天将。なんの切り返せるか。
Almost actually. Oh no no no! Oh, oh should probably pop the defense buff. Do it. Oh, that was way too close. Oh, okay.
よーし、そこ狙うからね。
Much closer to it.
おーっと待ってました。
Oh wait, oh wait, wait, oh, there's a guts. I just
なん
realized.
天満台自在天地。
No, I think this should
ケ
kill.
ーキ
I
に
think
その騎勢を断つ。医者の大天将。
okay.
なんの
Okay. Oh man, another. Oh no. Same thing but double double break bar this time. Oh dude, okay. I think the same strat should still work. I think. This time I just gotta remember to pop the push buff first. Musashi. Nice cover there, Mash. Okay, you had no defense. I'm going to try an all or nothing full power 5-strike combo dares on its right arm. Amazing, she made a crack in its arm with a combo using a flat side of her swords. And actually managed to completely sever its right arm. Bronze Giant's magical energy readings are fading rapidly. If you can't cut him with one strike, keep hitting him until you can. Split in half just like the old man Yagu's stone lantern. I see, I'll just have to remember that one. Foe? Foe? No problem, this sort of thing's a piece of, something doesn't feel right. It's almost as if this battle still isn't over. Mash, get ready for battle again. Understood, Master. Giant's severed right arm is reattaching itself. Then completely restored, and Bronze Giant's magical energy readings are rising back to known levels. A self-restoration mechanism. Well, I would be truly fascinated to learn more about how it works. Oh damn, this is exactly what I hate about fighting things that don't bleed. How are you guys holding up? You ready for round 2 of this thing? I'm ready. How about you, eh? So good to go. Now that's what I like to hear. Thanks for getting me fired up. Fortunately, there's no way we can take this thing down without attracting more soldiers. So let's find some way to do that as fast as we can possibly can, whatever it takes, and be a hasty retreat. Oh shit, I was talking to you. Alright, big guy, get ready. This time I'm taking your head right off. Alright. Be following Musashi's words.
一等三敗無限を破るゼロに
Oh, what the? Oh, what the heck is this? Gain resistance against all attacks. Wait. This was not. Wait, was this always? Wait, learning this attack resists. Oh man. That attack resists. Oh man. That might actually be a problem. Okay, so this time. Let me think. Yeah, I think I want to rip. Yeah, I need to save mine. Although I guess with crit damage, I'll set up for the other Musashi. Yeah, I think I'll rip mine first.
よーしそこ狙うからね 唐突にひらめいたよーしそこ狙うからね
I'm not worried if this defense will take this damage. I have a feeling it's probably not going to be enough. Just to be safe. Actually, I should just pop everything first. Pop this, so she takes a little less damage.
五輪おーと任せて二葉栗から昇天書
Oh no, that's a hard defense buff. Oh holy crap. Oh, that's like 50% cut. That's at least 50%. Oh no. I think that defense buff. Oh, please, that defense buff. Oh, this is it. Oh, this is it. Okay,
唐突にひらめいたよーしそこ狙うからね
I'll get this up as a solo.
五輪の神髄待ってました任せて
Probably an NPC. Yeah, I'm also
二葉
gonna start
栗
using
から
backline too.
昇天書行くぞ剣豪バット医者の大天書
Oh
no.
no! Kidding me!
切り返せるぞ
Oh jeez! It's MP5. Okay, yeah, I'm about to start looking out. Oh, that gets removed. Oh, that's a little too late. Jeez. Sounds almost in one more turn. Oh, no, it's sick guy. Oh, jeez.
おーとも任せてなんの
Actually, that is too late. 4 to 6, yeah. Oh, and I didn't going to. Oh, wait, I think I have an Enkidu. I do have an Enkidu. Backline. Oh, and also Musashi's broken. Oh, I think they might die. I think. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. I think mine's gonna go down here. I do have Enkidu. Okay, I can't set up for Enkidu at least. Not worried. Yeah, I might as well just use damage.
待ってましたおーともなんの
Oh no, I think that's. Oh jeez, they got 2 bars left. Oh yeah, the burn. Yeah, actually, I think both of these songs. Yeah. Holy crap! Holy crap! Okay, I cannot bond farm. There's yeah, I won't. Yeah, yeah, I can't bond farm here. Oh jeez, yeah, I can't bond farm. Oh, you're kidding me.
熱くなってきたね。さあ、どこを切り落とそうか。
Oh, this debuff.
敵味方識別確認発動
I didn't think got some cigarette. I might, no, actually, no, I kind of want a cigarette actually down here. This is my save game and engagement. Attack your quick card. Gain quick stars attack your hard card. Oh, we got the hard card. So gain quick stars attack your hard card.
我らは欲しい。
空にて輝くもの
Man, I keep forgetting which one's caster, which is freaking brother. Has a much deeper voice than his freaking character looks like. His voice is so freaking weird. Okay. Oh man, luckily I have an arch chain. This might just barely
Okay.
help.
そうだね。そうなのね。
It's gonna be really close.
沈め
えい。
軽い
Oh
の
god, this is not
兄様。嘘。
First fight. Oh, 3%. So close, but I think I should be fine here. Oh, we have a nice
的
quick
確分か
check.
った
Okay.
よ。そうだね。
Oh god, this is close.
どうか
So
な。
close.
えい。
Oh wait, oh Jesus! Oh god, this. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, if I knew that he was gonna live, I would held to evade. Oh, oh.
ちょっと停止するよ。
I would hold the evasion for this turn instead. Oh man, I actually could have done this. Oh god. I'm too late, I'm just gonna do this. Okay.
よーし、そこ狙うからね。任せて。なん天満台自在天神。
Man, I can't bond
その
farm.
規制を断つ。医者の大天将。
Like only a third fight.
けー
Third.
切り返せるか。
Oh wait, oh, it has like guts. Holy crap, the burn stacks. I think everything here is dead.
おーとも任せて。待ってました。なんの
罠
なんの。
Oh, it's only. Oh, actually, no. Wow, that.
うどん食べに行くか。
Oh, that and only 1200. Just like 1k. If only I was if this was E7. Of all those burn stacks. Oh, dude, I can't. Yeah, I can't. Nah, I can't have it back on. Okay. Oh jeez, okay. This is 3, right? Another boss? Another... Wait. 2 HP bar. With a saber. Oh, you're kidding. Double break bar. Okay, Yeah, I think it's time to just. Oh man, I can't believe I have to resort to pug suit cheese already. Alright. It's time to work out already. Saber, archer, quick archer. Quick archer. Yeah, but I think just want to play really safe. So I'll plug in waiver. I think one Scotty should be enough because she's gonna do some face cards. As long as I have like one quick art face card. Worst case scenario, so actually I'm not even gonna risk it, so go in this scope. Archer souls. Ooh, this guy was actually really good. Alright, 3 stars. Yeah, so only just a 3-star C's. Extra 2020 QP. It did. The bronze giant has fallen silent. Its magical energy readings has disappeared. We did, Master. We beat it. Great work, everyone. Right. We need to move at top speed. Mash, you carry A. Right. Foe, you hold on to A's arm. How about you, detective guy? Need a shoulder to lean on? Thank you, but that's quite alright. I'm perfectly capable of running on my own. Spare me a manly bullshit. There's no way you can run with that beat up spirit. What? Foe? Holmes? I remember hearing you hadn't completely recovered from that injury, but I never would have thought your spirit core was so dead. What were you thinking fighting in that condition? Your entire body could have fallen apart at any moment. I suppose I should have known I couldn't pull the wool over your heavenly eye, Miss Musashi. Indeed, you've got me dead to rights. I don't want Miss Kirlight and A to be the only ones risking their lives, so I'm afraid I took some rather foolish risks. Forgive me, I would be grateful for assistance. Much better. Now, come on. Right. We come out onto a major road. Good, that's what I was going for. It looks like there's no local Olympians nearby. I guess they must all be hiding inside now that also scared how they has come to town. I was a little panicked when they made that broadcast earlier, but if it got all the civilians off the road, they did us a huge favor. Now you got us done before more soldiers show up. It's gone? Hey, great work, great. I've been brushing up on a modern day slang. Wait, stop? Musashi? Something's headed our way. Right, I'm picking up a incalculably massive magical energy reading right in front of us. Is that? Target spotted. Resuming battle. Targets respawn. Resuming battle. Are you freaking kidding me? Did somebody hit rewind when I wasn't looking? I could have sworn I cut its power source thingy in half. I feel like an idiot for ever thinking it looked anywhere near as big and sturdy as a Wisdom King. Things end when they end. When it's time to die, it's time to die. I'm okay with that. Intangible may last forever, but all that is corporeal must one day end. Yeah, so I just realized we've seen this sort of instantaneous regeneration before. Demeter Cleronomia. Right. The various nanomachines we frequently saw in Atlantis. Of course, such technology would have its origins in Olympus. Right, you are. Behold people of proper human history. This is Demeter's authority. Demeter Cleronomia. Reinforcements, and no ordinary ones by the looks of it. Those definitely aren't soldiers. His magical energy is intense. Now, Severin, I can tell these beings easily surpass even that damn bronze idol. I see, so these are the Lostbelt's divine spirits. No, it's gods. Stay where you are. Do not bother trying to resist. Untitled is protected by Olympus itself. No mere humans can hope to defeat it. Oh, I'm surprised to see that you now need to speak to them, Queen Europa. Don't be rude, big brother. Remember, Queen Europa has simulated Lady Hera. That thing is no longer human, but a demigod. You mustn't glare at it like that. Maybe a god inside now, Pollux, but it's still human. That makes her no different from that failure in kindness. Oh, big brother. Foe? The Dioscuri, the twin gods. Master, those are divine spirits to be encountered once back in Atlantis. Did you look at me, human? Did you point at me and speak my name? How dare you? Not so fast. What's up? Don't worry. I'm totally fine. Just make sure Mash is alright, okay? Why you? Oh, was that rude of me? I'm sorry, I was just so surprised at how light your pitiful little god sword was. If I had known better, I'd thought I was battling away at Feather Bro. Yeah, right, I don't know how to even begin fighting back against swordplay like that. How the hell was his strike that strong or that fast? That blade was practically moving at light speed. Maybe it was actually light or something. What the hell? Not even bonafide swordsing can manage that strike. Thank goodness for Holmes and his quick thinking. He must have figured something like this would have happened when he cast that support spell on me. If he hadn't, Mash's head would be lying on the ground right about now. Please say your blade, caster. Are you speaking to me in your capacity as queen? Big brother. Hish. I won't forget that insulting face of yours, human woman. I'll kill you myself when the time comes. Oh my, whatever will I do? Welcome back, big brother. Thank you, little sister. You did wonderful in obeying the queen's orders. I knew you could do it, big brother. Stop praising me, little sister, not in front of the humans. Oh. Oh my. Whatever do you think you're doing, Aphrodite? I can't believe you already started. Don't you know your bad behavior reflects poorly on us too? Perhaps you need a refresher on what it means to be a god, Pollux. You did get a new infusion of father's blood, didn't you? What are you trying to say? Nothing, she's not trying to say anything. Come now, Aphrodite, you should know better than that. Whatever happened in the past, the Dioscuri are now a beloved part of our family. So let's try to be a little kinder, okay? Well? His magical energy is overwhelming. Master, in my estimation, these two women are most likely also gods from this Lostbelt. We're up against two divine spirits, three gods, and a bronze giant forged by yet another god. At this point, it would seem they have more than enough power to wipe us all out quite handily. Suffice to say, these foes will be far more deadly than Olympian soldiers. Now then, what are we going to do? Foe? Over here, Bo. It's too dangerous for you to stay on my shoulder. Well, aren't you forgetting anything? What's that? Oh, 4. Really? You really don't know? You do realize you're in the presence of gods now, right? Did you meet any others in Scandinavian or Indian Lostbelts? I'm telling you to bow your heads. Huh? My brain, I can hear it directly in my brain. What's going on? You're attacking our minds directly. Do something, Holmes. Naturally, I've been using our mental protection talismans this whole time, but they aren't working. This must be Aphrodite's authority. Guys? There, that's better. Bow your heads, humans. Know your place and kneel before the gods. Do not forget, this is Olympus, the eternal paradise where we gods reign supreme. I think that's enough, Aphrodite. The revelation is upon us. Their sentence is near at hand. Gods, humans, all those gathered here, open your ears for the Almighty One is about to speak. Zeus, our almighty ruler, the heavens incarnate. All await your presence. Please speak to us. The sky? I'm the heavens. I am lightning, I am the supreme ruler, I am Zeus the almighty god. Those of you who now bow your heads. Those of you who have forgotten your place. And reach for the gods. Remember. Humans must never defy gods. Humans must never commit sin. Humans. Foolish reeds who would prolong the great sin of proper human history. All of you must die. Ah, you're getting my hopes up, father. Hey, you said it, big brother. Make it quick. Oh my, I was hoping to at least let them have some wine first. Zeus has made his decision, do not let them suffer. Make their deaths quick and painless, you skirt. Do you hear that, big brother? We have permission now. At last you get to indulge in your favorite pastime, killing humans. Since you're usually forbidden from doing so, this is your chance to really enjoy yourself. Oh yes, you bet I'm going to kill them. Watch this little sister, I'm not sure you will extend my round. Die, humans. Master, I managed to activate the Orton Axis emergency mode. Output is at 60% of the spirit organ stabilize. Our opponents are 1 divine spirit and 1 hostile giant. Damn it. These are the meanest gods I've ever met. Can't even wait until this damn head wears off before attacking us. But if that's how it's gonna be, then that's fine with us, right? Our opponent means business and they're more powerful than anything we've ever faced. What do? We fight back as hard as we can. You got it. 1 god destroyer coming right out. When we're done, they won't know what hit. Man. Alright.
決めたよ。
Let me you do your job.
お前は我が城の影に溶けるしかなかろう。
if I knew this. Oh wait, Musashi. Wait, that's true. Musashi doesn't need to be in the front line, or doesn't need to be in the front line. I forgot. Oh yeah. Oh man. Okay, I gotta remember. I gotta assume there'd be some front line fights similar to that. Oh man, it's gonna be I think that should still be enough. Do it.
古きルーンよこれだなこういうこともできる いいだよしああ二大神に立てまつる。
I just realized. Oh man, I think a twig. How do I think a twig?
いいだ分かったよし二大神に立てまつるトリボスカタストロフせい
軽いな軽いな
くらえ
軽いな
Oh wait, oh, actually the giant's gonna smack Cat, so she should.
我らは光嵐の後に来る光である
古きルーンでは いいだろう、分かった。
Should kill the giant and just subs more quick. Stars.
二大神に立てまつる。トイボスカタストロフ。と。
Oh no, no, man. Oh, okay, I probably should have stuck. Oh wait, I should pull this guy for attack.
派手に行こう俺の辞書には不可能ってのがないそうだ勝利は前進するってな人よ願えお前たちに不可能はないなぜならば俺がいるアルク・ドゥ・トリオンフ・ドゥ・レトワール
Oh, I forgot the gun. Okay. I was about to say I should have stunned the twins instead, but I forgot the gun, so you're not a giant was the right one.
ああ、分かった。
Oh man, here.
これだな。
Pop this up guaranteed.
ウィ
ああ、分かった。よし。
くらえ
Exactly 1 HP on Cat. Oh man, oh I can't. It doesn't get any closer to that. 1 HP. Actually calculated. Holy crap. Here, cheers. Cheers so loud they echo all around us. Cheers demanding intruders be punished. Cheers demanding that wicked Chaldeans be obliterated. Women and men, young and old alike, are shouting from their windows, united in a single wish. The death of Chaldea. Looks like Aphrodite, Demeter, and Europa aren't joining in the fight. Just to maintain their dignified image in front of their human audience. Those goddesses clearly aren't about to start working together anytime soon. I guess this means gods have their own special way they prefer to win. In which case, this just leaves the giants and the unhinged divine spirit servant to worry about. I could probably take out one of them if I wasn't worried about making out of this alive, but not both. Ordinarily I wouldn't mind sacrificing myself to take them down, but that doesn't really seem like an option here. Sad. This must be just how Lord Incheon felt back then. How ironic that it took a situation like this for me to realize it. Hey? It looks like we're all out of options. I'll hold them off here while the rest of you. We're not going anywhere. Damn it, why'd you have to say that? I understand this may not be convincing, seeing how I just tried to do the very same thing, but it would not be a best course of action. No, I believe this is where I come in. I have some experience with finding ways out of desperate odds, you see. Wait, you really? So you've still got some kind of trump card up your sleeve? Then what are you waiting for? Odds don't get much more desperate than this. It's not the sort of solution I like to employ with any frequency, especially when there are so many unknown variables. Alright. Huh? What was that? Sky just went dark. Foe? Foe, please get back in the storage space. It's not safe outside right now. Foe? The god of the heavens, I see. Apparently he doesn't care for my trump card. Hey, Miss Kirilla, Miss Miyamoto, essentially focus on your battle with the Dioscurian giant. And one more thing, do keep your distance from me. Holmes? Have you told your own fortune, Sage of Chaldea? Hardly, your majesty, this is but an elementary deduction. Master, a lightning bolt just struck Holmes. Holmes? Foes? Foe? Well, that's certainly one way to get my attention. A thunderbolt. Zeus must really... I don't know, let's see. Foe? Holmes? It seems I'm still alive. But I'm afraid I won't last much longer. What do you think you're doing? Didn't you see that thunderbolt? Didn't you see how ridiculously huge it was? You could at least act surprised. Why should I be surprised? Every bolt that falls from the heavens is but one of Zeus's blades. What's the matter, Chaldea? Is one of you getting a bit singed at all it takes to knock the fight out of you? A bit singed. All those real thunderbolts completely disintegrate whatever you touch. If you had truly wanted to get rid of your friend before that ship yours, both would already be gone. How do you understand? The only thunderbolts bids you've seen so far are essentially him flexing his little finger. If the thunderbolts of his you've seen were rain, then there would be no more than a faint drizzle. I knew before us, people of complicated history and tremble in fear. You hear that, big brother? Talos agrees with us. Indeed he does, little sister. They come Talos unless enemies prove his miserable lives. Then you'll find out their divine machines that they kill every human whole. Yes, sir, get behind me. Where did that cursed dissonance come from? Oh my, this isn't good at all. This undulated magical energy. I think it's interfering directly. What is this unpleasant sensation? Damn it, someone is messing with our god-made ley line network. It seems matters have taken an unexpected turn. Gee, thanks for a newsflash. Now hurry up and figure out where those people are hiding already. Big brother, someone is firing magical energy blast at us from our 6 o'clock. Stay calm, though, sister. Just keep your magical energy focused on defense and we'll be able to weather this attack just fine. This way, hurry, before a cannon's magical energy runs out. Yes, hurry. Can you hear us, Chaldeans? Then go on, run for it. We'll keep those gods over there busy. Who are you? Save your questions for later. Come with me if you want to live, long before Royal Guard show up. And I'm sure you don't want to face those insanely powerful gods and their insanely powerful soldiers at the same time, right? Right. Dash 8, if this girl offering us a way out, I'm pretty sure we should take it. Don't worry, I'll carry a pretty boy detective. He might be burned up pretty badly, but he's still alive. Come on, let's hurry. Okay, master. This way, come on. Alright, Minerva, one last blast for good measure. Why you would dare disrupt our ley line network again? Why you would dare interfere with my brother's killing of humans again? This treachery will not stand. You will never get away. I'll kill you all myself. I'll tear you all limb from limb and set fire to your innards. I would never sheathe my sword again until I've bathed myself in your screams of agony. You pay for this, you all pay. Chaldea. Plot thickens. Oh, bad. Alright. It's starting. Things are happening. What is this place? It feels like we've been walking forever, so if I'm not mistaken, we're basically underneath Olympus now, right? I'm told this is an underworld. Huh. Though that's not to say this is the land of the dead. This is the foundation of Olympus, its underground infrastructure. Once it was a domain of Hades, god of the underworld. If it is safe here, Zeus cannot find you. It is safe here, Zeus cannot find you. Which is why they were using this place themselves. It looks like some kind of headquarters. I would surmise it's a secret base used by those who rose in revolt against the gods of Olympus. Nope, you keep leaning on me, pretty boy. You're still in no shape to walk around on your own. Thank you, but I'm alright now. I appreciate your help, Miss Miyamoto. It's the most benevolent savior. Are my suspicions correct? Don't call me that. It's absurd. I just happen to be passing by. I don't recall saving anyone's lives, and I have no plans to anytime soon either. You lot just happened to be walking behind me when I came here. I didn't go up there to help you, I just made a bad decision. But you told us to come with you if you wanted to live. I don't know what I was thinking, I should have just kept walking. Anyway, I wasn't planning on any of this, but what's done is done. You can use this place if you want to or not. I don't care either way, I'm not getting involved. If you want to know more, you can ask the two who were firing those cannons when they showed up. Hoot hoot. Yeah, alright. I'll do one more thing for you before I go. I'll play a message those servants left. Good day, everyone. That voice sounds familiar. Is that? Testing, testing. Is the mic working? Is this being recorded right now? Hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. What is it, lady? It's recording successfully? Thank you. Alright, from the top. I'm Nikola Tesla. I'm one of the heroic spirits from proper human history that made their way to Olympus from Atlantis. By the time you hear this recording, the rest of us will most likely have lost our transient bodies. Bluntly, we'll all have been annihilated. Yes, that's right. By the time you hear this, every heroic spirit from proper human history who made it to Olympus will have vanished. Foe? They're all gone? I hope you don't mind that I start off with such bad news. I just thought that leading with the bad would make the good that follows it sound even better. What is it, lady? Should we start the recording over? No, let's keep it going. Let me start by introducing myself more properly. On second thought, you truly want to start over? Well, if you feel that strongly about it. Okay, everyone, we're doing audio and video this time. Are you all ready? Then 3, 2, 1. The God Destroyer Alliance. We will defeat the gods, overcome all gods, revolt against this shitty destiny, and strive for a better future. Our forces that have gathered from across Atlantis and Olympus, two sides of this Lostbelt, are the God Destroyer army that has sworn to defeat the abominable clockwork gods ruling this world. Okay, I think what I do, what time is it? I'll do 2 more. This is only 2 arrows. It's only quite 2. Alright, section 4. Thou art the harvest that reaps the stars. Gazing up at the sky always reminds me of my beautiful, fragile daughter. My dear daughter who was born solely to be loved. You always loved everything that grew on the land. You always had such a bright smile on your face. I always hoped that one day you would meet someone wonderful, fall in love, and have a dear child of your own who looked just like you. Then that child will one day have a child of their own, and so on and so on. Until one day the land would be covered with your descendants. That's what I used to dream about, and I truly believed it would happen. But now... why? Why? Why did you leave the land that day? Great Orbital Shrine Olympia Dodana. Hanging Perimeter Gardens. Birds are chirping merrily again today. They sing the praises of Olympus. They sing of how happy they are to be here amongst this glorious skies, bountiful harvests, and beautiful vistas. And yet, my heart sits ill at ease. Sounds like you got it rough too, hon. You're a queen, right? In my world's version of Greek mythology, I remember Zeus falling in love with a human queen at one point. But they say you fuse with Zeus's first wife, Hera? Doesn't that feel like sharing a body with your mother-in-law? How can you stand it? And on top of that, you're even acting as his priestess. I guess Zeus must really be attached to you. By the way, just out of curiosity, how does this Lostbelt feel about women's rights? During Olympia Machia, Lady Hera suffered a grave wound and her original mechanical body was destroyed. But Zeus was reluctant to lose his beloved queen forever. By fusing her remnants with me, a heroic spirit from proper human history, he was able to prolong both our lives. Such is the depth of his love for us. I see. Thank you for worrying about me, Pepe. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I was hoping to ask you about the Chaldeans. How could I say no to that, especially after you've so kindly been putting up me in your lovely palace or shrine? Oh, what's this? Are you two having a nice chat? Any friend Krishardo deems as a friend of Zeus's, please make yourself at home. I thank you, don't mind if I do then. I must applaud your initiative, Queen Europa. Lady Demeter. I would never have thought to do something so dreadful as gathering information on Chaldea and proper human history. What's this all about? No wait, let me guess. Is it because you feel responsible for letting them get away yesterday? Yes, that's right. I feel terrible at not being able to fulfill Lord Zeus's revelation. Oh, you poor thing. You really are quite the worry wart, aren't you? But you don't have to worry about things like this. Just let myself and the other gods take care of it. You may have been assimilated with Lady Hera, but you're still only a demigod. Zeus would never want you pushing yourself beyond your limits. All you need to do is sit and smile by flowers like any young maiden your age. Have you met my daughter Persephone yet? I would just love to see you two become friends. Lady Demeter, I'm afraid Persephone is. A servant, was it? Heroes who were inscribed in humanity upon their death and now materialize as heroic spirits? A truly awful procedure. I can scarcely think of anything more dreadful. Everyone knows humans should only be born from their mothers. Say, I have a wonderful idea, Europa. You should think of me as your mother now. It's quite alright, Europa. There's no need to be polite. I'm the goddess of the land, and the land has always been mother to all things. Mother of the land, huh? That sounds like Gaia. In the Greek mythology, I know she was a mother of the earth, the gods, and everything else under the sun. She was also married to Uranus, the first god of the heavens. First there was chaos, then Gaia, the land, came forth and gave birth to everything. The land has always been a mother, and that's how it's supposed to be. And the sea. The sea was also a mother, or at least it was supposed to be. The sea. I didn't sense any sort of femininity from the late god of the sea in Atlantis. Maybe that refers to Oceanids, the daughters of the sea? Teehee, oh Pepe, human sage. That isn't what I mean. I suppose it might be difficult for you to understand. But all the same, I'm certain the sea was also once a mother. Magical energy signal is making its way towards the ship. It's kind of faint, but I'd recognize this pattern anywhere. It's a servant. Damn it, now what do we do? We don't have anyone here to fight right now. Here, calm down, Emmanuel. Have you tried a more thorough scan yet? It's been a year. What can't you even remember? What now you can't even remember a food theme anymore? But anyway, good idea. I'll run a thorough scan right now. Easier, guys. Just keep it together. I already scanned the servant myself and there's nothing to worry about. Leonardo? Technical advisor, what are you thinking? You're supposed to be in recovery. Hey, what's the big idea? You know I prefer to be called Da Vinci. Anyway, don't worry about me. My recovery's still coming along fine. Holmes was nice enough to set things up for me so I could connect my consciousness to Border's core from the recovery pod. That said, the most I can do right now is activate the system so I don't need the magical reactors to be rebooted. And so you're not overexerting yourself then. Of course not. I'm still making my health my first priority. Isn't that what your family's homunculus used to do too? Yes, it is. Ruthlessly so, in fact. But never mind that now. What did scan tell us? Alright, the magical energy signal. Well, like I said, there's nothing to worry about. Their spirit origin is super high quality, but I can also tell from their low magical energy levels that they're in pretty bad shape. So it looks like a really high-end heroic spirit, one with spirit origin that's on par with a divine spirit. Has drifted here probably from Atlantis. Drifted? So what, you're saying they got sucked in a great pit's whirlpool? And they've been sort of floating around this area ever since instead of falling straight down? They've probably got some kind of passive ability that lets them move around like this even they're adrift. Then we need to make a calm level-headed decision. So we have a powerful divine spirit level servant drifting about in a weakened state from Atlantis. Now, what is it? Relax, old man. That was just our new message sound. Looks like we got a bunch of data from the Wandering Sea. Oh, the readme is a video file. I'll put it up on the main monitor. Firstly, I want to congratulate all of you on making it to Olympus. Now you made it this far, I wish you success in cutting down a tree of emptiness. I've been going over all of our data you sent me, and it has proven extremely useful. Thanks to what you learned by going up against the machine gods Artemis and Poseidon, you now know we can expect that the other gods of Olympus are similarly powerful mechanical beings with combat abilities beyond human ken. Above all, you have gained information from the ultimate weapon that Hephaestus designed and forged out of Achilles' divine construct armor. The longbow Orion used to shoot down Artemis. That piece of data turned out to be a final key. Final key. This is a key that will give humans the means to bring down the gods. Last hope we have of fighting back against these literal Deus Ex Machina. Okay. So as soon as we figure out. Okay. For God's sake. Really good place to end on. We finding out what the weapon is tomorrow. Probably. Because there's maintenance that start a little later. I think I'll probably start. Usually probably around the usual 9 p.m. stream. I'll go just be doing long, probably around the same session, probably twice as long as today's, just because there's maintenance. But that's it. Maybe it's gonna work every night. I might have to end it a little earlier. But we'll be back tomorrow. This is gonna be a good read. I'm gonna call it here for now. We'll be back now tomorrow. So go head out now. Have a good one.